Dean. I am the co-founder and CEO of Epuramat. We are based in Europe, in Luxembourg. Epuramat is all about wastewater treatment, and we focus on helping industrial companies save money with their wastewater by reusing it again. Let's start with the technology. First, the basics of wastewater treatment. It always works like this. You first have a pre-treatment, and then you have a further treatment. Further treatment is always done with biology or membrane filtration, and all the innovations we've seen in the last 10, 20 years have been in further treatment, with new membranes and better biologies, but nobody has been looking at that place where the wastewater is at its dirtiest phase, right at the beginning. And there, pre-treatment has to take out as much solids as possible from the wastewater. And the better it is done, the better the further treatment works. There are existing technologies for pre-treatment. Best known are sedimentation tanks, those big concrete tanks, which use civil engineering to build. They cost very much, take up a lot of space, and their efficiency to take out solids is really not good. We have a more high-tech product, hydrocyclones, but there the water is pumped in at so high pressure to get up the real speed. They take up really lots of energy. In one case, in comparison to our technology, around 100 times more energy. So we have developed the extreme separator, or as we call it, the XSEP. The XSEP is a pre-treatment device to take out the solid materials. I don't want to go into details, but I'm free for discussion afterwards. The basics is the wastewater enters the XSEP on the top. It goes into the XSEP through a tube. At the end of the tube, we have a diffuser, which helps us achieve slow hydraulics, which we optimize to achieve the best solid-liquid separation we can. The picture on the right, you see a really dirty water coming into the XSEP with a high load of dirt of 12,000 chemical oxygen demand. After just passing the XSEP using no chemicals, the water comes out like that on the very right. It's good enough for the company to reuse again. And the best thing is the whole system is gravity fed, meaning it doesn't require any more energy. Because our system is modular, we can work with any kind of further treatment. We can put behind biologies, membrane filtration, sludge treatments of any other supplier. And if there are further advancements in technology in this further treatment, we are happy with it because it makes our plants better too. But we are always the first in the whole chain of wastewater treatment, so theoretically we can be in all the wastewater plants and boosting their efficiency. Our XSEP technology is so powerful that we can shrink the size of a complete wastewater plant into a 20-foot container, and this is good enough to treat a village of 200 people for decentralized wastewater treatment. Or it's also compact enough to put easily into a green building that wants to reuse the water and save money like that. Our business model is we totally focus on industrial companies. We're not going after municipalities. We wait till we have really made our XSEP a de facto standard, but we focus now on the industrial companies that want to run their water in circulation. The good thing is you also need no authorizations to do this. Because industrial companies, they really feel the pain. Water prices are going up, they have to pay more for wastewater fees. In some cases, we even are in contact with industrial companies that are being threatened to be closed down because their water is too dirty. Most of them are discharging it now into the sewage system, paying wastewater fees. Now, if they can run the water with our treatment in circulation, they cut down costs tremendously. Our first client is a company in Germany that has bought our system. And they achieve cost savings now of, they brought it down from $30,000 to around $7,000 a month. They still use some fresh water because some water evaporates when they use it in the process. They're so happy with our technology, they plan to bring up a second production line because they say they now have a competitive advantage, and we'll get a follow-on order from them soon. Client in California has just this week bought from us a second plant, our first more than $1 million deal. They're happy with us too. Instead of paying wastewater fees of more than $1, treat the water yourselves if you're an industrial company, and then just pay electricity to run the whole system. It's much over 90% savings. Our history of sales, in the first 4 years we have achieved nothing, just with service consulting, but this year is the year we have had our breakthrough. First 4 plants sold already. The 5th we have just sold now, more than 1 million. In our pipeline, I expect that we have a big sale in a biogas plant that wants to treat their water, more than $2 million. We are well on target to reach $5 million this year. Thanks a lot.